everybody, it's Anna. Time for our final card in this week's tarot story. So today we have the Four of Swords reversed. So the Four, as I said on the Wednesday card, is about balance and creating a firm foundation on which to build. And swords are connected to the mind. So the image here shows a knight in a crypt. He's stable because he's dead. The crypt is like a tomb, right? And in the swords director, we see death showing up a lot. And that's because the mind goes through several mini deaths as it is going along the spiritual journey. It has to release old ideas, old plans, has to kind of engage old wounds as it's following along the intuitive journey. So this image is like the mind is at peace. It understands. It's given a chance to rest, to feel stable. It understands what its job is. It's ready. It's getting stable in its understanding. And the understanding really is that it is going to follow the authority of the intuition. So it's no longer being pulled outside, inside, outside, inside, right? It's sort of understanding. It's building its own premise, which says, the guide here, or the leader here, is the intuition, whether or not the outside world corresponds to that or understands that. So when the mind settles into that place of clarity, it settles into the Four, right? And now there's still challenges ahead. The mind still has to engage challenges, but it can sort of rely on this foundational place of caretaking. This came to us reversed. And that suggests to me that the mind may be struggling a bit. And the reason I say this is because this week we talked a lot about like what we're shifting back and forth a lot, okay? Because the Tuesday card was the Empress, which is about birthing. It's about creative flow, right? Lots of energy, lots of engagement. Next card is the Four of Pentacles, which is about settling in, being quiet, right? The next card is the Five of Wands, which is about engaging in. I talked yesterday about how we're shifting between the Four and the Five, which is it's a good part of the journey we're in, is we have to kind of discern when it is time to be in the world, in the public sphere, expending energy, getting inspired, getting excited, when it is time to come back to our private world, our private energy, and take care of ourselves. And the challenge here is that the mind kind of likes things to be predictable, right? And what we're describing is kind of a lack of predictability. Well, I will say, if you do this long enough, there probably is going to become a predictability. Like after you do some great big project, you're going to rest for a week. There may be something like that develops, but it's not predictable in the way the mind has been taught to see predictability, which is A, B, C, D, which really is just kind of a series of action steps. That's not how the spiritual journey works for creative intuitives. You're not taking action steps one after another. You're engaging, you're retreating, you're engaging, you're retreating, right? And actually, here's another retreat, right? The Four is another retreat. So we had a Four of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Now we're back to the Four of Swords. So we can see even in this spread, we're toggling back and forth. So here, the toggle back is to check in with the mind. The mind's thinking, are we starting and stopping? Are we getting blocked? Are we not clear what we're doing? Like it can almost feel like there's an uncertainty in the way the intuition engages. Like I'm going to be in the world, then I'm going to be hiding from the world. In the world, hiding from the world. So the mind may need some support in finding its foundation here. And the foundation is just an understanding that even though the intuition is having a great time, we're not being harmed. That's actually really important, because my mind was confused for a while about how I do my job with working with clients, and then I feel really tired, and my mind was like, oh, are we being harmed? Maybe we should change this. My mind was getting worried because the energetic loss was happening. and it's kind of like I had helped the mind see, well, that's just because I'm engaging. That's just energy. It's not a loss. It's an investment of energy. But yes, there needs to be a time of rest. There needs to be a time of kind of self-collection, because if you keep losing energy, your mind's going to see that as a threat, as it should, because you're losing life force. Like you can't just keep losing life force and stay on the planet. So the mind, when it registers a loss of energy, it's going to get nervous. We don't want the mind to get nervous. We want it to have a strategy, right? We want the mind to say, oh, we moved, now we're going to rest, and have the mind sort of create this place of stabilization, so it knows how to work with you. It knows how to keep you safe, keep you healthy, keep you strong, and keep you available for the next adventure the intuition wants to take. So this reversal to me suggests that maybe we just want to spend some time really working this out with the mind, explaining it, exploring it, so the mind has some sense of clarity and confidence that it does understand what its role is and how to make things work. That's our final card. See you next time. Bye.